All right, well, let's get started. First of all, my name is Garrett McGraw, and I'm joined here by my wife, Sylvia McGraw. We've got lots of great people on here with us tonight. This is our first time presenting this information in public. We've done a lot of research to make a decision to be part of this company over the last over 7 months, really.
It has been.
And we've looked at over 40 different companies, guys. I've been the CEO and president of a company. Sylvia's been the chief experience officer. We've got 30 years experience in the field, built organizations of over 100,000 distributors, been to the top of 5 different companies. All that to say, we've had a lot of experience, and we looked deep and didn't just take the first question, the first answer, Sylvia, like you say, is what it is that we were looking for.
For sure. And just welcome so many people out tonight. Man, this Zoom room is packed. It is so nice to see all of your faces. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the replay, but yeah, there are tons and tons and tons of people on this Zoom. So we're really happy to get the opportunity to just have a conversation tonight about what we found and kind of what we were looking at from our perspective of having had these, decades of experience in business, and specifically in this profession.
So we were very clear what we were looking for. We wanted a company where normal, regular, real people can win, and that they could have a normal expectation, which is put in some time and effort. There are no guarantees, but you see that the pattern is people are generating income, enjoying repeat income, and developing teams that can do the same, without having to have this insane amount of discipline and the insane amount of time that they're putting into the business, that they can wrap this around what they're currently doing.
For sure. And for us, this started, do you want to just get started here? This started out, you're looking at the screen now, this big, huge Thursday, March the 10th. You're going, what in the heck happened then? Hey, it won't mean much for most people, but for us, it meant a lot. Because, it just, it was on that day that our lives changed pretty drastically, or at least we knew they were going to change drastically.
So basically it's this, I was CEO and president of Sylvia with the chief experience officer. We were told that we would no longer be in those positions and we were being let go without cause, which gave us a pause and said, okay, well, what's the redirection of life? What is it that we need to look at? And like many of you, our faith is super important to us. Our family is super important to us. My mom had recently had a stroke, and we examined our lives and looked and said, okay, we're 55 years of age. What are the next 10 years going to look like? What are we going to do with our precious time? Like so many of you who are on here may be asking yourself that very question.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had the opportunity, because I'm president of the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, actually shared this research at the Direct Selling University, also shared it at Rank Makers Live. So we've had a lot of research that we've done to choose what we believe is the best opportunity that we were able to find for the average person to get involved and create the type of success that you're looking for.
And it came down to, for us, the 3 C's. Now, we were offered a lot of different potential situations. We're very, very grateful for it. 7 figures, all these exciting things, but we were like, we want to know that if it was us starting 30 years ago or 25 years ago or today, and we had never done anything like this before, could we succeed here? As Garrett said, can the average person
normal,
be
regular,
successful?
real people.
Normal people,
So
not just somebody with 30 years experience.
So I want to say there are no secret deals. There is no, business development agreement. There is no 4th rank qualifications. There is no, fly-in programs. This is real people, real results. And we really saw that these 3 C's are what makes the difference. And you've got them strongly here.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we looked at. It really came down to the first C, and it's so strong here at Bravenly Global, is customer reorder rate. In other words, do people love these products and keep reordering them, not just the first time? Because, you can be excited and you can have somebody try something month 1, but what about month 2? What about month 3 and so on?
I can't see the chat, but in the chat, talk about the reorder rate and how strong it is here. I know Natalie Ann will later on, and so will Julie Glass.
Yeah,
this is a big part of what's great success for normal people.
If you've had an experience, and I don't know how many people are guests on this call and how many people who are maybe customers, or maybe you're an affiliate or brand partner, if you've had an experience with these products, I would love for you to just share, whatever, a fire emoji or a heart or a something in the chat.
So one of the things I love is that the CEO of this company is like a Jeff Bezos. She is obsessed with customers and customer value, customer alignment, customer reorder rates. The customers absolutely have a brilliant experience. And why is that? Guys, if you've had any experience at all in the building of a business, one of the most important things is how simple is it to get and keep customers? And why is that important? If you forget where you've come from, you're on your way back. Most people, when they introduce their first customer and they get them, they're excited. But then the question is that customer there the second month? Because if they're not excited anymore. But when they are there and the customer, again, you get paid the second month and the third month and the fourth month for those customers you gathered in the first month, people become really excited, and you're working with human nature. And you're going to hear from Julie Glass. You're going to hear from Natalie and so many other people that it's working. And how are they gathering the customers? In a community.
Yes. And that makes it so simple. We said it's got to be simple to, get a customer, keep a customer, move them along, help them reach their goals. And when you have a community that's about these shared values, in other words, it's people like you, that's all it means. It's friends do what friends do. It's that support, it's that collaboration as well in social media. And, so many of the people who are on here have either, been invited to be part of that community. If you're in, that special community, the, hashtag my 30 days, the official breakthrough. I mean, there is so much support. There's so many stories and resources, and just
part of the reason we joined this company is we shared this company is what we thought best practices were with collaboration and communities that work, that get people in, that keep them in and move them along in terms of when they want to go on and build a business. But the challenge is a lot of companies have latched on to the idea that social media is important, but they don't have an Ashley Warmer. They don't have someone who understands social media.
And Ashley Walmer, I mean, there's a whole group of people here who get this, and they built in the field. And they are just like you. They've not only built in the field, it wasn't 30 years ago, and then they went into corporate and they've been sitting in an ivory tower. No, it's people that understand how to build on social media, what it's like to build nowadays. And so there's this collaboration.
They've worked with right makers of Ray and Jessica, with Rob Sperry, with Brian Fair, with all the peeps. They know all the things how to do it. But there's a lot of companies that don't. And when they do it, it looks like this. And that's not what you want.
No, I've been in some groups before, or on some pages before that, the corporate team did. And it was kind of like this. It was, you don't want the third C to be cringe.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't on point. It didn't get customers in and push them out. And people going, oh my gosh, that's just so bad. This company is the complete opposite. It is the leader. And what they do, it actually works. And it's got amazing compensation. So we looked at this and said, we want to delve into the numbers.
Yeah.
In God we trust, but everybody else needs data. So we really delved into the numbers here, and we saw when we looked at the customer and the product payout, 55% payout on the dollar. Yes. Guys, it's hard to describe to you unless you've looked before how big that is and how important that is.
Yes.
Because what you'll understand is up to 35% is paid out for customer gatherers. And it's not just paid the first month. When that customer purchases, the second one's paid month 2 and month 3 and month 4. And then also you've got an additional 10% as someone dips their toe in the water and becomes an ambassador. Then another 10%, when you build teams of teams that gather customers. This is why so much income is being generated so quickly with this company.
But it's designed for 2022. I want to make this really clear. in 2022, you've got to have strong and immediate income potential. Why? Because there's so many other things going on in the world right now, correct? I mean, raise your hand if you know that this is true. Yes, there are other things that are now available that didn't used to be available. I mean, whether it's Uber and there are other opportunities, but I love what you said, Garrett, because it's about repeat income. You know, people talk about residual income. Really that means, it's repeat income and it's leveraged income. It's not just the one-off, direct sale. Is literally, you could choose if you wanted to build a team and have that leverage. And so many people need it right now because of everything that's going on in the world. How many people have noticed the price of everything going up? I mean, whether it's the price of gas, price of groceries, the price of, back to school, the price of whatever it is that you're looking at, it's gone up, hasn't it?
Thanksgiving, Christmas is coming.
Yeah. So there's so many different things. And, I just love that with Bravenly, it's in addition, you've got that repeat income. So it's not only that up to 35% on the front end, just for being a customer gatherer. You don't have to go, oh, I don't know how to build a team, or I've never done this. Somebody that just can refer it and share it with customers, especially with the help of the community, with the help of the strength of these products, and we're going to hear about them, the repeat income in as well, the leveraged income as well. You could build a team, and this could be something that you could be, earning from an entire team, not just your own efforts. And that's huge. And then the community.
And it's simple, guys. I love the fact it's add, tag, and message in the group, or it's simple as sharing a sample. It is a simple way to generate income, and people are winning, and people are looking for something where people are winning. Here's the proof. The proof is in the income disclosure statement. Now, there's no guarantee of income. This is an historical look back at the incomes that have been generated by people who have hit these ranks. In other words, they've gathered customers, and then they've gone on to create teams of teams that have gathered customers, and you can see it here. So when you see an income that you are looking to create here, then you can translate and go and look at what rank is associated with that income. You can ask the person that invites you, how do you do that? And they will tell you they did it by adding people in the community.
Well, and some people are like, hey, I'm all social media. I'm a busy mom, or I've got a busy life, and I like to do it all that way. There's some people that go, hey, I'm kind of like, I like to do it face to face. You can do any combination, either end or the other, but it is beautiful that it's all done for you. It's done by the corporate team. So we're all one team. We're all together in these resources and groups and chats and communities that we have to be able to make it easier for you to build a business.
So you can see, I love the fact that these products are results oriented. In other words, no one wants to buy a product. What they're looking for is a result. And what they do in this community is the community supports you on your health journey, and then suggests what products you want to add around that. And what you're seeing is people are enjoying those results, inviting other people in, and get back with the person who invited you on. Maybe weight management, maybe it's a detox, maybe it's energy and stress, maybe it's a total body balance. You will see there's some great stories here. So given that, let's go into some of the stories. Let's go to Natalie Ann. Natalie Ann, are you there? Can you unmute and share your story? Because we would love if you can do that. I hope you, oh, there you go. I think you've been able to unmute.
Natalie.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. What an honor. Thank you, everyone. So I'll try to keep this super brief. I have been in the industry for about 7 years, and I've actually had quite a bit of success over the past 7 years in multiple different categories. I was the top rank advancer in my last company, top recruiter, second highest top recruiter, actually. And so I want to be totally honest here. Like, I don't want to pump myself up here. Third highest all-time income earner in my high ticket affiliate platform when I was there. But all of that being said, I need to rewind to, some of my own underlying, conditions and things that I struggle with. When I came to Bravenly, I had to take a really hard look at and ask hard questions, of our amazing leaders and our amazing CEO. And they were so gracious, got on a Zoom with me because I do have these extreme sensitivities to, different ingredients, toxins, artificial ingredients, things like that, inflammation, all that kind of stuff. And so that's really of utmost importance to me for myself, because I have to be able to take things that I can literally take every single day, and not be concerned that it's going to flare me up or cause some kind of, setback for me. And obviously has to be for my customers and my team. So I did get on that Zoom with them and asked all those questions, where are these products sourced? They're sourced here locally in the US. Unless they are more nutrient dense from another part of the world. Like for instance, our moringa comes from the Himalayan mountains. That's because it grows better there. But we know where these ingredients are coming from. We are third-party tested. We go through 3 types of testing, from like the raw materials that come in to the initial batches to the batches before they leave, to make sure that they are like absolutely clean, properly, formulated with the right ratios of things. And so, that in and of itself, was one of the most important things for me, because I also came from another business where I had a lot of medical professionals on my team, and they were I was going to have to pass the snuff test with them. And another piece of that is, obviously our products are holistic, natural, and all of those amazing things, right? To help us get our bodies back in homeostasis and assist us in whatever our health goals are, to sort of speed that process up. But we can read all the ingredients on the label, right? They're transparent. There's not all companies are transparent. You can see what you're consuming. You can see what are in these products. There's no like smoke and mirrors. There's no artificial sweeteners hidden somewhere. There's, all of that kind of stuff. And so, coming over here, the reorder rate, which is interesting too, is absolutely phenomenal. And it's like, you don't have to go back and bug your customers. They literally just reorder on their own. And so every month, I'm hitting these big clubs, Julie Glass, oh my gosh, there are people on here hitting multi thousands in just customer sales every single month. And it's because people love the products. They taste good. So people want to consume them, and then they work. Like how could it be? They actually taste good and they work. It is unheard of in this industry to have both of those together. And I feel like that's the magic. That's like the secret sauce in this company. And so, yeah, it's just been phenomenal to be a part of and watch and see all these incredible, transformation after transformation after transformation after testimony. They just flood that Facebook group. And so, yeah, that's sort of my little perspective. I feel better than I ever have. I struggle, like I said, with like significant amounts of fatigue, inflammation, pain, things like that. And I am like riding high. I look good. I feel good. I'm excited and proud of what we have here and to share it with other people. So, yeah.
And it's so simple. When you feel better, you do better. Mm-hmm. You don't need a script when you feel better. It's just people going, how'd you do it? I just joined this group. Have a look for yourself, and you see other people feeling better and just having fun. It's so organic, the build here. That's why so many people are succeeding, and that's why we were attracted. So Natalie Ann, thank you so much for sharing.
Yes,
thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And I just love that you brought up how, just natural, and how I so agree. One thing that you said really stuck in my head was, if it's something I'm going to be taking and promoting that people take on a daily basis, I want to know it's good for them. I want to know it's good stuff going in all the way around, and that they're craveable products. They taste amazing. Well, thank you so much. We have another guest here tonight. Her name is Julie Glass. She is, Julie, would you mind just sharing a little bit about your thoughts and your experience here?
Sure. You guys, I'm happy to be here. I don't know how many of you guys know Garrett and Sylvia, but if you don't know them, I hope you get the chance to get to know them. They're literally two of my favorite people.
Oh,
Thank
So
you.
I'm so excited to be here. You guys, my name's Julie. I stumbled into the network marketing industry about 5 years ago, and it kind of happened all by accident. Like I didn't even really know what I was getting into. I found a product I liked. I couldn't afford it. I said, I'm going to give it a shot. Let's just see what this is about. I remember telling my husband, he looked at me like I had 4 eyes. And I was like, I don't even know what it is. I didn't even really know what it was, but I was going to give it a shot. So I got involved, really saw the vision of the industry very quickly. I saw like-minded people every day, regular day, moms, dads, grandparents, even college students, like using this industry as a catalyst to change their lives. So as my vision grew, I invested a little bit more into my business, started doing a little bit more training, spending a little bit more time on my business. And this ultimately became a full-time income for me. That I would have never expected that when I said, I'm just going to see what I can do with this thing. So I was able to leave my job, come home full-time. It's been 4 years since I did that. After the first year or so at that company, once I kind of got my feet a little wet, I realized that maybe it wasn't the best place for me. Like maybe I wasn't totally in alignment with it. I kind of just flew in, jumped in with 2 feet, didn't really know anything. So I made a change to a different company. And then 7 months ago, Bravenly was introduced to me. So I tell you all that to tell you that when I first got started, I really didn't know the questions to ask. I really didn't know what to look for. And I kind of learned those along the way. So when Bravenly was introduced to me 7 months ago, I knew what I wanted, but more importantly, I knew what I didn't want, right? There were things that I loved, different parts of the 2 companies I had been with before, and there were things that I didn't love so much. So I had a really, long list of things. And like Natalie, I drilled and asked questions and got on a couple of Zooms. But I'll tell you what I think. There's a laundry list of things that sold me on this, but I started the products before I even told anybody that I was looking at the company. It was a secret. Very few people knew. I had friends literally knocking down my front door, wanting to know what I had changed. Like within 6 weeks of using the products, it was so obvious to my friends and family that something within me has changed. I've lost 45 pounds since being on the products. I too suffer with a lot of health issues similar to Natalie. I've struggled with those health issues, and those were kind of correlated to my weight, and my inability to lose weight was kind of correlated to the health issues. So I felt like I was on this hamster wheel and just couldn't get off. But the products really sold me from the beginning. And then as I dug more and got more exposure to the company and to Aspen, our CEO, and to the leadership, the corporate staff blew me away. They lead, yes, 45 pounds, and I'm on track for 50 before the new year. So that'll be a huge win for me. The corporate staff blew me away. They lead with such integrity and honesty and heart, and you just feel it in every interaction that you have with them. The culture of the company is so accepting. It's like you're a family. And I know you hear that about other companies, but it's so cliche to say, but it's so different here. It truly is a family atmosphere. They're accepting. You cheer each other on. I feel like I'm working with my best friends, and some of them I haven't even met in real life. The field leadership, you guys, Garrett and Sylvia, I can't say enough good things about them. I had the honor of working with them in a kind of a different role at our prior company, but they brought so much value to my life. We have a vice president of field development who superb, like top notch. She created all these tools. So if you're in the industry and maybe you're a leader, you will find that you don't have to come in here and reduplicate the wheel, like recreate the wheel and create all the things that you need to get your team going. You can do what you do best, which is just introduce this opportunity and introduce these products to people. Everything that you could possibly need or want has been created for you. And that was such a breath of fresh air because I felt like I was always creating the tools that I could never really work my business. And so just to give you an idea of what that looks like, at my first company, my personal volume averaged about 3,000 a month. My second company, 3,000 to 4,000. Here, 10,000. I think one month I did 11,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. So it's been able to pull me away from the little day-to-day creating tools and trying to get duplication going. It's done for me. I can just do what I love. It's fun again. So the tools were incredible. The compensation plan, Garrett's already touched on it. Sometimes I just can't even handle what this company pays out. I thought I was with good compensation plans before. This just blows it out of the water. Ask questions about that income disclosure statement if you need to, but those are real numbers. I know because I'm one of those ranks on that sheet. And then the timing was the last thing for me. You always hear how timing is not everything, but it's super helpful. And so it's really hard to find a company that has the timing that Bravenly offers right now, but that is also stable. You know, that is not in jeopardy of not making it or falling apart. They're stable, they're debt free. They were doing sales before we found them, but yet so not saturated. Nobody had heard of it. So when I found those two pieces that kind of meshed together, it really kind of was the unicorn company. So I urge you, if you're interested at all, ask the questions, you guys. It has been such a tremendous blessing for me. And I know just hundreds of people that have locked arms with us. So thank you, Garrett. Thank you, Sylvia, for having me on.
And thank you, Julie and Natalie Ann, for sharing, because guys, we asked the hard questions too. We had 7 months. We looked at over 40 different companies. Having been the CEO, I know what all the performance, what all the reports look like. I know all the jargon. I know where people hide things. I know where to find things. I know how to search things out. You learn that when you're president and CEO. And this company was super transparent. They were proud of their numbers. They were proud. You heard Julie Glasser say it. You heard Natalie Andrews share it, that the reorder rate is off the charts. Why? The products taste fantastic. They flat out just work. And if you wonder if it feels like family, just get in the communities. The community, the 30-day breakthrough group, you'll feel it. You'll go, wow, these things really work. Wow, they're being really transparent. Wow, it's really real to what they're sharing. I mean, the level of transparency is going to be something that you find exciting, but then the tools are already created for you. You don't have to create the customer group. There's a customer group that really works. They've got leadership groups that works. They've got customer chats, and they've got leadership chats that work. So you know what? It's a pretty simple decision here as to what it should do.
And for sure, no matter what, because this is free, for sure, get into that breakthrough community. Look around, see what you see.
Yep.
I mean, it is an open book. It is for you to be able to have the kind of results in your health that you want to have, regardless, and to just enjoy the community. So ask the person who invited you tonight to make sure that you're part of that breakthrough community on Facebook, and you'll see what we're talking about. You'll see how just real it is. And I do love what you said, Julie. All the tools are created for, they're already done. I mean, we've had leaders come here and just say, well, what do I do now? I don't have to create any tools. Like, I just get to use them. They're already done. You know, the corporate team.
You can see Natalie and Julie, they're both laughing. Everyone's laughing because if you've done it before, you know how much work
Yes.
you're
I mean,
normal.
yes. Well, and the choice, like we said, of course, is yours. Of course, it's yours. But become a part of the community one way or another. You can, whether you become a retail customer and hey, you just enjoy the products, you get a great result. Congratulations, Julie, on your health journey and so many others. I know you're not the only one, but it's just you happen to share it tonight.
That's the answer. She was
yes.
She said she self-described, picky, difficult, challenged customer. I love what you said, which is really important to understand.
So whatever sort of end of the spectrum you're on, these are products that are craveable and that work. And if you want to sort of go, hey, you know what, I could share this maybe with some people that I know. I could maybe get a few customers. There's a really simple ambassador program. It's, I mean, just $9.99 for a one-time enrollment fee. If that's something that you want to do, you're going, hey, I just kind of want to dip my toe in the water, see what this is like, and just share it.
And it's why so many customers kind of easily just transition over to the ambassador program. But tonight, we are really talking about becoming a business partner. That was why they invited Sylvia and I on. That's why every week we're going to focus on the business aspect of it. That's why we really jumped into the business side of it. That's why we said right in the very beginning, that's the concept. So,
And we are now officially brand partners, which is super exciting.
and we're excited for, you know, to go through. So just finish
Yeah.
up and to share this so that everyone understands the options and they can jump in, and
Exactly.
we can jump off here right now.
Yeah. So again, this is the way that you're going to create that income that is leveraged income. That is when you start sharing it with people, and then they start sharing it with people, and so on and so on. You can create those kind of incomes that we saw on the income disclosure that Julie talked about, that we were talking about. This is how you get started. If you're going, hey, I'd actually like to do this. I think I'd like to make some money at this. There's a business kit that's $49.99. That's, if you want to just sort of get started and get the basics there. But a lot of people decide that, hey, I want to have some products to be able to have with my business kit. So they'll get enrolled with the ultimate. They'll go ahead and get that ultimate pack, and they'll get 6 of the most popular products that are there available to people. That's a little less than $300, $299.99. You're going to have significant savings there. You're going to save well over $100. Actually, it looks like $142.95. And yeah, here it is, $143 in savings. Can you tell we're new at this? Or, if you really want to go ahead and kind of get started with all the products, all the tools, all the things that you're going to want to have to really build a big business. I mean, we just got started with this, the Bravely All-In Pack. So the Bravely All-In Pack has additional savings. It's really where a lot of people decide that they want to get started. If they're going, hey, I'd really love to take a hold of this. I'd like to change our family's future. I'd like to have a great Christmas. I'd like to be able to have, just the best possible start that I could with a Bravely global business.
So by now, you probably got all your questions answered. Maybe you've got one or two you need answered. Just get back with the person who invited you on here. Absolutely experience what Julie Glass just mentioned, that Leanne just mentioned. It feels like family. You can work that out for yourself. And by now you can look at it and go, okay, this makes sense. Let me just get one of those all-in packs, enjoy those products, enjoy that great tasting products, enjoy that health journey, and see it for yourself. So God bless you all. Thank you all. Thank you all for giving us the opportunity to share with you. And every week we're going to do a presentation that gives everyone the opportunity to keep growing the business, because the timing is incredible right now. So many people are joining this company. So many people are hearing about Bravely because of all you. And next week is going to be even bigger. And this is going to be definitely a November to remember. We are looking forward to it. It's going to be a phenomenal December, and we're looking forward to 2023. So God bless you all. Thank you all. Brittany and Ricky, thank you very much. And everyone that invited us and gave us the opportunity to be on here. Joseph, thank you very much. Jessica, thank you very much. Everybody that shared, thank you very much. Julie, Nadia, and everybody, God bless you all. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.